Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ezinne Ajah. If you're getting to know me for the first time, I'm a Nigerian YouTuber based in Abuja. And on today's video, I will be sharing with you guys the things you aren't supposed to be embarrassed about. So it's a juicy one. I have 10 things to share. So if you're interested in this kind of video, please sit back and let's get into the video, guys.
J5 on the Weezer still.
Guys, like I said earlier on, I have like 10 things to share with you guys so that, you don't end up getting embarrassed, because there's no need getting embarrassed, So my first tip, or the first thing to share with you guys, is not having money for ashwebi. Not having money for ashwebi. Yes, I said what I said. When you don't have money for ashwebi, don't beat up yourself. Don't get embarrassed. You don't have money is that you do not have money. You might really have money, but it's not budgeted for ashwebi. You can go ahead and say that I have money, but I really did not budget for this month. Ashwebi comes and goes. You might not have money for this particular ashwebi. It doesn't mean that you will not have in the next ashwebi. And you shouldn't get embarrassed, please, because it's you trying to dodge that embarrassment that will make you go borrow and pay for ashwebi, which is ridiculous. So it doesn't make any sense. So you don't have money for ashwebi shouldn't embarrass you. You really legit do not have money for ashwebi. Where did no they finish? The next thing not to get embarrassed about has to be not being married or having kids in your 30s. Now marry, you know key person. You're in your 30s, I know how embarrassing it could be. You're in your 30s, you don't have a husband, you don't have a child, or you don't have kids. It is what it is, and that's life. Don't get embarrassed. I mean, some have husbands and kids and they haven't ascertained the level that you are. There are different achievements in life, so that you don't have a husband in your 30s or you don't have kids in your 30s doesn't mean you should be embarrassed, please. It's not a plague. And the number 3 thing to talk about here is using a regular phone and not an iPhone. In this era of social media, you see a whole lot, you hear a whole lot, and you get so stunned that people will get embarrassed because they are not using iPhone. Or you saying that you are embarrassed because I'm not using an iPhone just because of the name iPhone, or it doesn't make any sense. Value whatever phone you are using. I mean, all fingers aren't equal. Some people actually have the money to buy an iPhone, but they choose not to buy. It's not about you having a big phone. It doesn't mean anything. Please, be proud of your phone, please. And when you have money to get an iPhone, that's a different thing. And when you don't have money to get an iPhone, be proud of whatever phone you are using, I beg. Rome wasn't built in a day. There will be a time that phone that you are actually eyeing will end up being shit to you. So please, value what you have. Value the phone you have. It's ridiculous to even think that iPhone is a thing. I beg, it's not a thing. Nobody gives you money because you have an iPhone. So let's get to the next one, and that has to be you being a virgin at whatever age that you are. You being a virgin. People are so promiscuous now that when you talk about you being a virgin in your 20s, in your 30s, they look at you as you are unbelievable. It's no longer a thing now, I understand. Don't get embarrassed. Be proud of yourself. A whole lot of people looking at you like shit, or looking at you as you talking trash. They cannot do it. And it takes a whole lot of self-control and discipline for you to keep your legs together. The 5th thing not to be embarrassed about is you repeating clothes. And if you feel like you love that top so much, you want to repeat it next time, my dear, repeat it. If you feel like you love that trouser so much that you want to repeat it. I don't understand. Who are busy marking attendance or checking people's clothes that has been, worn countless times? I know that people are crazy nowadays, but please, there's some things you have to do with your full chest. Please, go ahead and wear your dresses. Go ahead and wear your suits. Go ahead and repeat your shoes. You bought it with your hard-earned money. So I don't understand why you'll be thinking in your head that You don't want to wear it because they will think this is the only shoe you have. Let them think. If they feel or they think this is the only shoe or the only dress you have, they should buy you another one. And that's it. And the next one to talk about here is entering a public transport or bike. Public transport or entering bike is a thing. You entering a public transport is what you can afford as it stands now. You entering bike is what you can afford as at now. I mean, that is what you can afford now. Don't try to impress someone, or maybe you are too embarrassed to enter your bike or too embarrassed to enter a public transport and start stretching to enter Bolt or Uber if you cannot afford it. Please, do not get embarrassed in all these things. I mean, most people do it. People might not even be thinking what you're thinking in your head. A whole lot of people don't even think what you're thinking in your head. Don't get embarrassed and end up not, doing the right thing for yourself. Please, using an unbranded item doesn't mean anything. I mean, you're wearing a t-shirt that is unbranded and you're embarrassed. Does it even make sense? You're wearing a trouser that is unbranded. Does it make sense? You should be particular. You should be thinking if the trouser or the top suits you or fits you, or if you look nice in whatever you're wearing. Not even the brand. If you have money to get a branded apparel, that's a different thing. You are well dressed, and in your head you are embarrassed because maybe your friends are wearing branded clothes and you are not wearing branded clothes. Please stop it. Just stop it. Don't be embarrassed. For what? You're a fine girl with a fine shape and you're not wearing a branded clothes. It's nothing. Wear whatever you're wearing so far as you look good, and be confident about it, please. Branded though or no branded, doesn't matter in heaven. Girl, wear your unbranded clothes with confidence. This is very dear to me, and most people feel so embarrassed talking about how prayerful they are. You don't have to be embarrassed about living a prayerful life or being a prayerful person. Being a prayerful person is very powerful. So don't get embarrassed. For people that don't pray, that's their business. And when you pray, you should be able to talk about it. People do diabolical things and they don't even get embarrassed. They say it to your face and they don't care. So you being a prayerful person is a very emulative thing to see in this era of social media and vibes and whatever. So if you're a prayerful person, you're a prayerful person, and you shouldn't be embarrassed about it. So it's something you can talk about anytime, any day, and don't get embarrassed, because people go ahead doing all manner of things, getting naked on the internet, and they are proud. They are proud of it. So you yourself should be proud of you being a prayerful person. And please do not forget to like, share and subscribe. And I'll get to see you guys in my next video. Bye.